Welcome to the biggest Oddmans hospital recap ever. Okay, so first off, why did I make the Oddmans hospital? This is actually really important. I saw all those gacha weirdcore things, and it was they were all the same, so I wanted to make one different. Okay, let's go. Okay, so this is Corvus. She is the head nurse at the Oddmans hospital, and so pretty much what she does is she takes care of all the quote-unquote children that come in. She calls them children no matter the age. It's weird. But all the kids who come in because they're mentally ill. Yay. Now, in this first video, she explains that you should not go behind this pink door. We don't learn what's beyond there until later. I do want to preface this, it was an interactive series at the time, and I'm hoping for it to become one again. So, the story was very dictated by what people would say. But, so, after a lot of stuff happens, like a whole cheese door getting raided, this weird black dog comes out of the door. It's this weird goopy thing. It's like a dog shape. This dog was really hard to contain, but they ended up doing it. But by the end, Corvus had gotten scratched by the dog. This scratch is this weird purple-y color. This scratch doesn't really come in handy until later, when a child runs past the pink door and Corvus has to go get them. As she enters the room, she freezes and the scratch starts to overtake her body. Now, turns out, this room is coated with this black and purple, goop stuff that I guess the dog was made out of. So, now that scratch was there, it was able to come up from the floor and into the scratch to take over her whole body. This causes her to become manipulative and also slightly aggressive, as this is not her, this is the goop talking. But all of a sudden, some kid, now like I said, this is an interactive series, so I don't know how he got this, but one of the kids ended up with a gun and shooting Corvus. Great. But after being shot, she finds out that she can control these goop things now since they're embedded in her body and is able to heal herself. I will give you this part of the story is not that good, but I was 11 years old, so hey. So, everyone was able to get out except for one person, rest in peace, but that left the door to be kind of volatile and unpredictable. The goop starts to build up after being active for the first time in years, and it starts to develop a bunch of creatures. And it gets so bad that it fills up and bursts open. This is the start of what's called the war era. So, Corvus rushes everybody into this weird little closet, garage type thing, and stays outside of it trying to fight off the monsters. The children didn't like this, and especially this one. I can't remember their name because their account is pretty much long gone now, but they had an eyeball for a head and were really close with Corvus. They didn't like being trapped in there and wanted to make sure Corvus was okay, so they ended up screeching to try and get her on their side and to open the door. This does not work as it distracts Corvus, and she is dragged down by a monster, and she comes back up being one of them. She opens the door, goes inside, and starts trying to attack all the children until one of them runs up behind her and pulls this thing off of them, which is very dangerous because, if you get it on you, there's a chance that it might consume you. Thankfully, the child seemed to be okay, and they were able to get everything under containment. Just when everyone thought everything was done, though, something else emerges from the door. This is Vivian, the original mother to the Oddmans hospital. Or original head nurse, I don't know. I don't know. Corvus confronts her, saying that she should have been locked up for good. And Vivian starts explaining that she could have had power, but chose, conformity and rules and safety and stuff like that. Corvus knocks her down and runs off to go cut her hair off. Now, this was not a spontaneous choice. This is because seeing Vivian again made her realize that she's starting to even look too much like her. So it causes a little dilemma. Now starts what I call the erasure arc, which is where we start learning about a lot more backstory and a lot starts happening. Oh god. So this video is where we start learning about backstory. It starts off with Vivian talking to what seems to be a younger version of Corvus in the Oddmans hospital. This is where we learn that Corvus was a mental health patient beforehand. Oh god. The rest of this video, I don't think it really contributes anything to the lore, so we're just gonna skip it. This next video shows that Vivian was definitely not a good caretaker. Shown, screaming at Corvus, causing her to have mental breakdowns, and at the end of this video, we see an older-looking Corvus yelling at someone, saying, oh god, it's a Melanie Martinez lyric. Despite it being some cringe lyric from a thing, it reveals that Corvus had taken it over from Vivian after locking her behind the pink door. Wait. I feel like I forgot to introduce somebody. What do you want? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay. You can go now. Yep. Bye. See you later. Okay, anyways, this is Nugget or Red. Either one works. Commonly referred to Nugget earlier in the series, commonly referred as Red later in the series, but, pretty much Corvus's best friend they met through the Oddmans hospital. Yay. Now, in the next episode, it's shown that Corvus is acting a bit erratically. This is most likely due to the goop. But by the end, she ends up being locked in a cage. Through the bars of this cage, you then see this weird purple eye cluster with teeth. This concept was never really shown again, as it was a one-time mutation coming from where the scar or cut from the dog originally was, but here's what it actually looks like without the darkness shrouding it. Yay. So we kind of have like this jump to a few months later where it's shown that Corvus is still in the cage and actively losing her mind. And Red is currently the one taking care of the kids, but he can't really do it alone. That's when this guy comes in. Say hello to Zalphus. Oh god. Anyways, Zalphus is crowned the new head nurse of the Oddmans hospital. After, introducing himself to the kids, he ends up walking into the room that Corvus is being held and starting to boast about, oh, I'm so much better of a caretaker, But it's revealed that he was the one who got Red to put her in the cage. Yep, he had manipulated Red to put her in that cage. And now, this is never stated, but I thought this would be good to state now. You want to know the one who's telling him that he's a better caretaker? Vivian. Yup, Vivian. So after a few more months, they decide that, Corvus is, she's talking too much. Everybody shut her up. So they give her the Vivian treatment and shove her behind the pink door. Behind there, she starts to lose her mind and reflect on stuff from her past. Now, the storytelling here gets kind of weird because it gets very animation memey, but these are literally the last 2 episodes put out, so The second to last video shows a younger Corvus and some text talking to her, saying, "Do you like, who is that?" I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce that, but the text clips to something else saying, "Why did you do it?" or like, "Then why did you do it?" I don't have the videos in front of me right now. Then it changes, showing a version of her that's presumably from the start of this series. It asks her the same question, with her now responding with, "Don't bring that up." So obviously something happened between this mystery person and Corvus, so uh-oh. Now it clips to the present version of her, which, oh my god, oh no. When asked the same question, the text gets shaky, saying yes again. That's the end of that video. So this next one shows Zalphus. Oh god, he's back. Now, only 19 people have seen this video, so I'm just gonna explain what this means here. This is showing Zalphus's actual self-deprecative nature, and we don't know a lot about him so far. I do, but you guys don't. But he's very self-deprecative. I don't know how to say that. Then it shows a sketch of Corvus falling to her knees and screaming, such as said in the song that is playing in the background of this video. And it pans over to... Who was that? It pans over to this white silhouetted character with long hair. We don't really see this character again, but then we get this shot of both Zalphys and Corvus. I don't know about you guys, but this pretty much entails that they have something closer, like they knew each other. Before you say anything, Corvus is a lesbian. They're not gonna get together. But yeah, that's really all we have so far. Please stay tuned. Just for you guys, I'm gonna put a sneak peek of content at the end. Мама говорила мне, слушайся мужа, я не послушная девушка.